Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. So, Princess and Arin has been evicted from the Big Brother's house, and we saw this coming. A lot of people knew, predicted on social media, based off the energy we got from them while they were in the house. Arin was in people's faces. She had an opinion about everything. She was just there. Like, I wouldn't even lie. Yes, in the first 2 weeks, and Arin was annoying, but I would say from last week, maybe after she got nominated, she became a different person because she realized it that she was really in people's business, and she toned it down. Aaron became a really different person, a really sweet person. Like, I wouldn't even lie. I really wanted to see Aaron in the house. I prayed and I hoped she would be safe, but then it is what it is. Princess, on the other hand, let me say that I was a little bit disappointed, or maybe I expected more from Princess. When she came out of the house, she told Ebuka how she wanted to start her own taxi app business. And that is a very big thing. For you who has a platform like that, I was expecting her to really talk about it. Apart from her cooking interest, at least that taxi app would have been a very good idea, and Big Brother platform while she was in the house would have been a very big opportunity for her to sell herself, talk about it more often with the housemates, so that people can hear you, and you never can tell who will be interested in your business. But I mean, that was the first time I heard her say it when she got evicted and was on the stage with Ebuka. And I'm like, yo, girl. Big Brother even gave them the opportunity to sell themselves in the diary session. And there she talked about her cooking interest. And I'm like, okay, so this girl had all these things in mind. While she was in the house, why did she sell herself? She was just always in the kitchen. I was expecting her to be, I'm not expecting her entirely to be like Lucy, but we could tell even while Lucy was in the house that she had that interest. She was really interested in, her cooking, drilling business. Grilling business, and she showed them she liked cooking and she could cook. But Princess, on the other hand, um, I don't know. She said she was on vacation in Big Brother's house, so I'll take it. Maybe she really went on vacation and she didn't see any need to advertise her business because Princess didn't do it for me. Anyway, the highlight of the show was Ebuka coming with his bars, bars, and I don't know, people are sentimental, attaching sentiment to the whole thing, and are saying Ebuka didn't ask the right questions. Ebuka went directly to Pere. Ebuka shouldn't have asked those things that he said. But this is the pattern. Like, this is Ebuka we've always known. Ebuka during Tacha's time, Ebuka during Erica's time. Like, this is just what the show is all about. So I do not see anything wrong in the questions that Ebuka asked. Ebuka would ask questions based off the activities, the events in the house. And Pere came in with a lot of content. So most of the things that happened this week were surrounded around Pere. So I mean, for me, there's no big deal in what Ebuka asked Pere. And just to steam up the it in the house as well. So anyway, Ebuka asked Pere about his HOH, and Pere said, oh, he was fine and he did well, da 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 da. And then Ebuka asked him why he banned white money from the kitchen, if it was a strategy, as he had discussed with Maria earlier, or if he was just the old monopolizing the kitchen, as he has always said. And Pere said, yes, it's a combination of both. So the one that Ebuka even said that maybe tripped people a little was when Ebuka revealed that Pere said or Pere was looking for a way to, or maybe Pere was regretting why he made Maria his deputy HOH. And that one, people didn't really see it coming. Nini, at the end of the day, was saying Ebuka just came and opened Pere's nyash, because at the end of the day, no, we didn't see that coming. Now, if you guys remember during the week, I think it was on Wednesday, when Pere was gisting with the boys. It was at night, Maria had gone to sleep, and they were in the dining with Pere, Cross, and Boma. And that's how Pere started saying her that, these boys, they're just bunch of, they are just bunch of honey boys. So Pere started saying, oh, that he hasn't done anything with Maria and that he would have gone for peace And I'm like, oh, so Peace is the one that will just spread her legs for you, or what? Like, what's that supposed to mean? So he now said, oh, he would have gone for Peace, and he went for Maria, and he would have even gone for one of these new girls, and that the reason he went for Maria was because Maria was going to be angry. And then the boys were like, no, everybody knew it was going to be Maria. That, I mean, who else would it have been? He said he would have gone for one of the new girls, but that he just didn't know if they were allowed to, be chosen at the time because they were new. So he actually said it. He said it. I watched it, but then, in fact, Pere was just confused. Pere didn't have anything to say. He just didn't even have anything to say about that, because Ebuka didn't ask him for an explanation. Ebuka just said it. So after everything, Pere explained about the white money zone as well. And then Ebuka asked Jackie B what she thought of Pere's raid. Now, just 1 hour before then, Jackie B was in the room with JMK and with Angel, and they were talking about how Pere was just too domineering, how Pere looks down on them, how he talks to them like children and everything. And Ebuka asked that question instead of Jackie B to speak her mind, like say how she feels and how everything. Jackie B just started sugarcoating everything. I think he tried. I think it's a big deal. I think it's not easy. I think it's a lot of work for the HOH, and I think Pere did a good job. And I just opened my mouth. I said, Jackie B, you couldn't even own up to what you said. Even when she was saying in circles last week how Pere was too domineering, how they didn't like how Pere speaks to them. I mean, I was just expecting Jackie to just own her shit. Like, yes, I said it, and this is what it did, and this is what it is. Because at the end of the day, when you say it, at least the person knows. But Jackie B didn't even say it. She just made it look like they were just okay in the house. And Ebuka directly told them that it looks like they were afraid of speaking to Pere. Instead of her, that was an opportunity for her to have said what she meant. Anyway, probably if it was Nini, maybe Nini would have said it as it is. But Nini was caught up in the whole nomination thing, and I think she felt she was going to be evicted, or she was just nervous, she was anxious. So maybe that's why Ebuka didn't ask her. Or maybe Ebuka would have asked Angel. Maybe Angel would have spoken, or maybe GMK. But Jackie B couldn't even say anything. Anyway, so that's how that one went. Now, the next episode was Pere having to call a meeting to explain himself. So Pere called Saga, Emmanuel, and Boma, and started explaining to them how Maria wasn't assisting him, how it was difficult for him to make decisions because every decision he makes, Maria would also always tone it down. Maria wasn't cooperating with him to help him carry out his assignment. Like, Pere started again with these guys. And then after talking about Maria, then I started talking about the whole strategy and white money. And Boma was trying to advise him, like, no, he made it seem like he had something personal for white money because he just went directly to white money and banned him totally, that he had to be about competence, that even Queen in the kitchen now, you can tell Queen is very competent because she likes to do it, how the whole kitchen can be overwhelming and how Pere didn't go about it the right way. And he also explained the reason he chose white money to handle the kitchen was because he felt white money was going to deliver and to make it easier for him. And then Pere also talked about Saga now started telling Pere how it looked like he was also personal with white money because he handles the gym, and Pere had never told him anything about monopolizing the gym and blah blah blah. So the guys just spoke, and Pere was like, okay, him is open, for corrections. And I'm like, oh, so you didn't seek their opinion all the past week that you were just trying to intimidate them and oppress them. You didn't seek their opinion. You didn't know then that you were open to corrections. It is now that this whole thing has happened that you're now coming to say, and when your reign is almost over, that you're now coming to say you're open for corrections. Anyway, after then again, another scene was Maria telling the girls that she's done with Pere, and that Pere needs to stay away from her, like far away from her until the end of the show. And Prince Angel told her that she's just making mouth. At the end of the day, she'll go back to Pere. So we're just going to see. Maria likes to talk, and guess what? Like, I would say maybe 70% of Maria's fans are actually happy with that decision, simply because they think that Pere is influencing Maria's game negatively, simply because they feel that you know, Pere keeps making Maria do things and look bad in the eyes of people, but then he's the one who instigates it. I think Maria is that person that will go all out for her friend, you know, without even thinking of the implications. And that's what's happening to Maria right now. Maria is not thinking for herself. She's not thinking by herself. She's not thinking about herself. All she's thinking about is Pere tells her this, and then she goes and attacks the next person. So anyway, Maria said Pere should stay away from her. That looks to me like their normal talk, because we've been seeing back and forth with Pere and Maria. If only Maria would just play a game as an individual. I think she's strong to play her game alone. I think Pere is also strong to play his game alone. You don't really need someone to be in a relationship with in that house. Like, just be known as an individual and fight your battle yourself. Anyway, so that's what happened for the night. And then we had the Kevy situation as well. Kevy was just all moody, being all by himself, all to himself. I don't know if it's because maybe he's overwhelmed with the house, or maybe because he felt he had a friend in Angel. This guy just doesn't know that Angel is for everybody. So maybe because he had that friendship going with Angel. Angel was the first person he got close to in the house, and maybe Angel is back to Sammy now. I really don't know what his problem is. Anyway, we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully, Big Brother is able to speak to him, and maybe he would feel better. Anyway, so that's how the Sunday eviction went. Princess is out and Annie is out of the house. So wishing them all the best. And so, please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe. A lot of things and gist and everything will be happening on my channel, so stay tuned until I see you guys again in my next video. Bye.